What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you iOS 7 on the iPod Touch 5th generation. This is the 32 gig model. It has the back facing camera and the flash. So let's get started. Here's the home screen. Not the home screen, the lock screen. Now the first thing I could say is at first it was hiccuping. It was pretty laggy, but right now it's doing good. What I noticed is because the iPod Touch has the 2-year-old A5 chip, you're gonna see a huge difference between the iPod Touch and the iPhone 5. Since it has the 800 MHz dual core chip compared to the iPhone 5, which has the A5 1.3 GHz dual core, which is also dual core, but in terms of benchmark, iPhone 5 is 3 times better than the iPod Touch 5th generation. On iOS 6, you couldn't really tell the difference in terms of the OS and gaming, but right now, I feel like you will be able to see the difference. Right now, it's not really lagging, but when you have stuff running on the background and you're trying to multitask, it's not that pleasant experience. And there is also a big difference between the RAM on this. It has the 512 megabyte RAM and the iPhone 5 has 1 gig, so you will see a difference. So there's the notification and the control panel. As you could see, you could control the airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Okay, that's do not disturb. Oh, I didn't know that. And the lock, orientation lock. You could control all that from the control panel, which I really like. Before, I jailbroke my iPod only because so I could control the brightness, everything else, using NC setting, which was in the notification bar. But now I don't have to jailbreak it to get all those features. So right there, you could control the brightness easily. There's the music. I don't have any music, so it wouldn't play anything. And also there is the flashlight. You wouldn't get that if you have a 16 gig iPod, so yeah. There's the flashlight. That's the clock. I couldn't get that. And then there is the calculator, which works pretty well. Has overall a lot of features that iOS 6 didn't have. And camera. So you could control this even when it's locked. So this is a pretty good feature. You could also control notification. What I expected Apple to do is, instead of using this, I hope that they, instead of doing that, you have to use like 2-finger like Android, because that would be much better. One thing that I noticed is, well, I have a case. This is my case. I'll show you right now. When I have the case on, I can't really get to the control panel pretty well because the case kind of covers this part. So I have to kind of get in there to get to the control panel, which I don't like that much. But and also all the gestures, like you could go previously by going on the panel outside, which is not a good thing because, well, I have a case and the case covers the outside, so I can't really get to the outside from here. The bezel, I can't get to the bezel. I was looking for that word. So there's a couple things that I don't like. I wish that Apple, instead of doing this, they use 2-finger swipe to get to the control panel, and instead of this, well, I don't really use the gesture, so I'm happy with that. So a couple more feature you get is camera, which kind of, you can't see anything, but you get all this stuff that works at the same time, so it doesn't have any problem. It's running 9 video or 9 photo at the same time. The iPod Touch seems to be controlling that pretty well, considering the old processor. And as you could see, since this is the 32 gig model, I get the video just using the back facing camera, and I could pretty much get what iPhone 5 has. And there's the panorama. Everything seems to work fine, as you could see. There's some hiccup now there and sometimes, but not really major, so you should be fine. I don't have any music right now. This seems to work fine. And you could see the 3D background. It looks like 3D, like the 3DS, but it's actually using the accelerometer. It's not using the front facing. So that looks cool. This is San Francisco. You could see the Golden Gate Bridge, the ship. There's some sea land right there. Let's look at the game center. I haven't really opened Game Center before, so I guess I gotta sign in. I got this yesterday, and it took a little while to set up. So if you guys wanna show me a tutorial, or if you guys want a tutorial, I can make one for you right now, because I know how to do this. So what I did is first restored it to 6.1.3, and then on Mac you have to hold Option and get to the folder where the update is, and it worked seamlessly. There was no problem. Overall, the iPod Touch is running iOS 7 seamlessly. There is not really that much problem. Those problems will probably go away when the actual version of iOS 7 comes out, or the second beta version. If you want iOS 7 for free, you gotta get it from Pirate Bay, which is pretty easy. I don't recommend you to do it, but if you don't have the money and you still want iOS 7, that's the way I did it. So thank you for watching.